Screw up that courage. You can do it. All hail the banana clip. And how do you take your Doritos?
Welcome to the Hopefulist, a daily talk show hosted by veteran broadcaster Wendy McClure. Join Wendy each day as she shares her life lessons that transformed her from perpetual pessimist to the ultimate hopefulist. The perfect morning show to get you caught up on the day's top stories while sharing insights that will lead to positive transformation and bring out the hopefulist in you. For more inspiration, visit Hopefulist.com. And now, here's your host and hopefulist, Wendy McClure.
Hello and welcome to the Hopefulist. I'm so glad that you're tuning in to get your daily dose of inspiration and positivity. Today is September 22nd, 2020. It's the first day of fall, y'all. Yes, that's right. It is the first day of fall. It officially starts at 9:30 in the morning. So as of right now, I'm taking in the absolute last moments of summer in 48 degrees, by the way. So tomorrow, when it is officially fall, the full day, we're going up to 80. So things are a little backwards in the weather department. It's okay. I'll take the warmer weather. It's been freezing around here. I mean, just freezing. So the quote of the day comes from Elizabeth Katie Stanton. She says, wipe the dew off your spectacles and see that the world is moving. Yeah, don't get left behind. Be part of that. Jump on the escalator of life. An old Robert Hazard song, right? Robert Hazard. He was a Philly guy, so I don't know how many other people are familiar with him, but it was a good song. Good song. There is a new emoji to describe the year 2020. I will be posting it in the group page. It's kind of like the, the scared wow type emoji. Just to have little corkscrews for the eyes and a big wide mouth open. Yeah. Well, there are lots of emojis to describe 2020, but that would be one of them. I have a lot of other emojis that could be used to describe 2020, like the chocolate custard one, which nobody uses as chocolate custard. I think you know what I mean. I'm an emoji person. Do you love emojis like I do? I throw an emoji in any chance I can get. And if you follow my page on Facebook, the Hopefulist page, oh, you know this already. Love me an emoji. I am a very overly emotional writer. I've actually had people tell me this before when it comes to work. They're like, well, you put in a little, you kind of put in some words that don't. I use very a lot. Very, very, very. I'm emotional. I like to get my point across by emphasizing. And sometimes that's not so great when you're, doing a news article. But for my my own personal blog, yes, there's going to be a lot of veries and extremelies. Yes, because that's the way I am. If I could get emojis into my blog, oh, hell yeah, I would be. And I'm sure there's a way to do it. I just don't care that much to actually try and figure it out because, sometimes I'm a little bit lazy. But that's okay. Did you hear that the banana clip is coming back? If you're not familiar with what a banana clip is, we used to call them a mane. We called it a mane because when you used it, your hair looked like a horse's mane. It's just that long, curved clip that you put around your hair and then you clip it up and it gives you like a long tail. But it's, still adhered somewhat to your head, different from a ponytail. I remember them being pretty hard to get in and out of your hair. I have not seen them yet, but this is a trend I've been waiting to come back. Love the banana clip. Again, we called him a mane. But I can transition to banana clip. That's fine. It does look like a banana. So I don't know if that was something that you wore back in the 80s. I really did love mine. I had one that was, I remember it was like super hard plastic. And, of course, it eventually broke. Most of them were a softer plastic, so I don't know why the one that I had. I remember it was like a brown marble. Like, everything else in my life, like my glasses are a brown marble. It's not true. Been wearing my black frames lately, but most of my glasses my entire life have been like a brown marble type color. Yeah, I definitely have things that I like, and they don't really switch up too much. I have incorporated more colors into my wardrobe. In fact, I had to take Joe's car in for some service yesterday, and I was in the shower thinking, what am I going to wear today? Because it was really chilly yesterday, and I'm like, I just want a big, fat, fluffy sweatshirt, something really warm. And I thought of one that I was going to wear, and then when I went into my sweatshirt collection, because I have quite a few, I saw the bright orange one. Well, it's not bright orange, but it's orange. It's pumpkin-y orange. I had forgotten about that one. I was like, you know what? That's perfect for this time of year. It's fall, Halloween-y, whatever. So I put that one on. It's not as big as my other ones. As I said to my husband the last time we purchased some sweatshirts, I said, remind me to always get the large. Always get the large. They're just more roomy and more comfortable because this one's a medium, and it's fine. It's fine. It's just not as comfortable as the ones that I have that are a large size. So anyway, I put on the pumpkin sweatshirt, and I have a headband that's kind of like a mix of marbled colors between white and orange and black, tiny bit of green. The predominant color, though, that really pops is the orange. So I wore that as a headband. And then I just got a new mask. It's a gingham pattern, but it's like a tan beige color. So I was color coordinated from head to toe, and I didn't really even think about it that much. I did with the headband. I was like, oh, the headband's going to look great with the sweatshirt. And then I did pick up the new mask because I was like, oh, that'll blend in better than the camouflage one that I have, or the flamingo one that I have, or the eagles one that I have. But when I was sitting there waiting for my car to get done, there was a woman that walked by me, and I think she worked there. She's like, oh, loving everything. You got it all going on there, don't you? And I was like, yeah, well, thank you. Okay, yeah. Makes you feel good. So if you see something you like, it's about somebody else, just go on and tell them. They're not going to be mad. They're going to love it. Totally made my day. That's right. Made my day. Little things like that. It's all it takes. It's all it takes. On to the topic of the day. We're talking about Doritos. Oh, man, I love me some Doritos. Do you like regular Doritos or Cool Ranch Doritos? I'm a little surprised at how close this was. And I'm going to have to say that the regular Doritos edged out Cool Ranch by just a tiny bit. But a lot of people like the Cool Ranch. Now, if you remember, there were only two kinds of Doritos for many, many years. In fact, there was only one kind of Dorito for many, many years, and then Cool Ranch came on the scene, and now they have a flavor for everything. In fact, Joe just got a bag of, like, some super spicy one or something, and I'm like, well, thanks. Did you do that so I wouldn't try and take some from you? I just like the regular Doritos. And I like Cool Ranch, too, but if I have a choice, I'm always going to pick regular. But when it comes to the offshoot of different flavors, Katie and Denise both say spicy, sweet, chili. Never even heard of it. I had never even heard of it. Cheryl says, don't want to be negative, but neither. What? Yeah, there's somebody, Kathy also said neither. Marcy says, regular. I say this as I chow down on hot buffalo bugles. Some things I think are just better left unflavored, like bugles. I don't really eat bugles that much, But that seems to me like a flavored Muncho, right? You remember Munchos? They're still around. Something you don't see very often, but man, they are a potato chip-like substance. I'm not sure what they really are, but they're yummy. They're very crunchy. Adele merely put and I said, does that mean that you have something to add? No Doritos at all? And she said, no, I like ranch and the original. Oh, okay. There you go. So like I said, regular slightly edges out Cool Ranch in my little informal poll. But yeah, people seem to love their Doritos. I was going to ask, would you prefer Doritos or potato chips? Maybe I'll save that for another day. On to the blog post of the day. Screw up that courage. Posted a picture of my siblings and I on a recent trip out west. After we had crawled up on a rock formation, we saw some little kids pose up on those rocks. And after they got down, we all jumped up, forgetting that we are in our 50s. I posted the picture on Facebook. One of my friends said, man, you are brave. A little funny aside, my cousin on my mom's side of the family said she could actually hear my mom yelling, you kids get down from there right now. I could see that too. Now, the awesome thing about this picture is we didn't hesitate to get up on that rock. We all just went up there without second guessing our decision until it was time to get down, that is. But I love that we're all still adventurous and willing to do fun, yet potentially dangerous things in our aging years. Life is an adventure. Be willing to take some chances, right? That leads to the topic for today, courage. It's defined as the ability to do something that frightens you. There seems to be a theory that people who take big chances aren't afraid. They're not afraid of making those choices. That is absolutely not true. Just means they do it through their fear. They are scared, but they do it anyway. This is so important when it comes to so many things. In order to have a full, satisfying life, you must be willing to do things that scare you. Once you screw up your courage, you will realize it is the only way to live. What do we need courage for? Every aspect of life. Are you unhappy with your job? Is it really scary to think about leaving and starting fresh somewhere else? Of course it is. We often think of the worst case scenario first, though. I don't know if that's human nature or if we've been conditioned to do that. You know, we're always worried. What if it turns out to be worse than where I am now? Yes, definitely a possibility. But what if it's better? What if you find friends there that add so much to your life even outside of work? What if you are more challenged in the new position, which makes you more satisfied with your work? Think of the good that can come out of it and then focus on that, because what we focus on becomes our reality. How about your relationships? This is when courage is the most important. This is when we show our vulnerability, which is super scary. Are you at odds with your kids? Is there something you can do to make that better? I'll answer that for you. It's yes. Talk with them. Tell them how sad you are with the state of things. Offer options on how you can all make things better. Listen to what they have to say. What about your partner? Are things not the way they used to be? Is something lacking in your relationship? Talk about it. Open and honest communication is the only way to get through these tough times. But yes, it can be hard to be so raw when your heart is on the line. Do it anyway. Take the chance and concentrate on all the good that can come from it. Have you felt distance from a friend? Reach out. Say how much you miss them. Is there a hobby or activity you've been wanting to try but feel like you may be too old? I hate those words. Too old. Or are you worried you won't be able to keep up? There are some things you may not want to try depending on your age. You probably can't become a NASCAR driver in your 60s, but you can get a race car and drive it at a local track with some friends. Are you interested in surfing? Just go try. If it turns out to be too scary for you, then fine, stop, but try. I saw some people ziplining while I was on vacation. Yep, not my thing, but I'm pretty sure it's safe. If you like that kind of adrenaline, do it. It doesn't matter how old you are, as long as your heart's in good shape, that is. What is something you've always wanted to do? Do it. Do it through the fear. Force yourself off the couch and just do it. We should be experiencing every single thing we can possibly dream of doing. What are you waiting for? Time is literally running out. The thing that would sadden me the most if you settled for a life you don't truly love because of fear. Screw up that courage. Be willing to try. Courage is hard, but most of the best things in life are not attained easily. And stop with the, I'm too old at this point in my life crap. I have found happiness in only the last 2 or 3 years, and I mean true happiness. If I die tomorrow, I will be so happy to have figured it out and lived fully for the last few years. It's so much better than living a humdrum life just because it's easier. Don't sell yourself short. Life is worth taking the chance. You are worth taking the chance. Oh, goodness, it is Taco Tuesday already. Hope you can grab a taco, maybe a margarita. So what is it that's been holding you back? What is something you can do today that'll take a little courage, remind you that you can do it, and then do it. And be a badass about it. You know I'm cheering you on.
Thank you for listening to The Hopefulist, hosted by Wendy McClure. For more inspiration, please visit Hopefulist.com. Thanks, and we'll see you tomorrow on The Hopefulist.
Time to screw it. Screw up that courage. Screw it up. That doesn't sound right, does it? Screw up that courage.